I would like to thank some people today on behalf of Sri Kamal Kant Jain ji. So thanks to all the dignitaries for gracing this occasion with your presence despite your busy schedule. All the panelists for the enlightening and intriguing discussion that we had earlier. To the SocioRich team, of course, headed by Sumit ji, who also assisted with research for writing this book. They've been tirelessly working around the clock to make this event a success also. So a huge thanks to the SocioRich. Before ending, I would actually like to also talk a bit about the actual book writing journey that I've seen firsthand. So this multi-year journey to write the book, I think I've seen it all, the early nights, the early mornings, the long nights, and how Papa took out time to just write this book. And I would like to talk about this one night that I remember from years back when I was up late at night, I was studying, and then Papa was up at 2-3 a.m. and then I went up to him and I don't usually like he's sleeping at this time, right? And in the middle of the night, he was just doing some random research on spirituality and economics. And I thought I went up to him and I asked him कि आप किस चीज़ पे research कर रहे हो ये क्या कर मतलब इसका point क्या होगा? So 10 years back, he said to me that one day I'll write a book on this subject. So it's really heartening for me to see all of these ideas of his on economics, on spirituality, on equanimity actually come to life and actually being turned into such a well-structured book and the fact that all his ideas are out there for the world to see. I would also like to conclude by just some concluding thoughts on today's discussion. The book as well as SocioRich, because at the end of the day, the larger idea is equanimity, sustainable growth and development, and SocioRich is one of the means to reach that end goal that he has in mind, that he has had for years in his mind. So even I am an economics graduate, and one of the first things that we were taught in economics was that economic growth should not be measured by just GDP. But no one actually gave those tangible metrics by which you can measure other facets of economic growth. And I think this book does a great job at actually discussing those tangible aspects by which you can measure economic growth and proposes some realistic policy changes that can actually be implemented. And during the panel discussion also, there were talks about the importance of sustainability and how it has been dwindling across generations. And there was a question posed to the younger generation as well. So I don't think I can speak on behalf of the entire younger generation, but I think one thing that I can say is that our generation is definitely very conscious, very independent, and we don't shy away from expressing our thoughts. So I think I would just like to conclude by saying that the aim of this book is not to it's of course a very deep book and it requires a lot of self-reflection, but it's more important to have dialogue on these really important but often neglected topics that have been mentioned in this book. Because at the end of the day, you can have these 1,000 metrics to measure income inequality, but it won't reduce till the time everyone acknowledges just these challenges and everyone is open enough to discuss this and raise these issues. So yeah, with just that thought in mind and having that spirit of inquiry and that spirit of discussion, I would like to end today's discussion. Thanks everyone for coming to this event today. Thanks everyone for making this event so special.